welcome back to my channel, All Things Crochet, where we talk about everything that is yarn and crochet related. And today I will be talking about the Caron Ogo chunky yarn. The last time I talked about the other yarn that Caron Ogo has, but this is the chunky version of that yarn, and this is one of the hats that I made with it, which I do plan on making a tutorial for sometime. So the Caron Ogo chunky yarn is a bulky 5, so I think the other one was like 3-4-ish kind of thing, but this is a chunky 5 weight yarn, and it's 100% acrylic. The color that I have here is called Overborn. So then it says for knitting you will need a 6mm crochet hook or knitting needles, and it is machine washable and dryable. Now I do say this in most of my yarn reviews. Just because it says it's dryable doesn't mean it really is. I mean, you can dry it, but sometimes it can come apart and other stuff can happen to it in the dryer. So like the only yarn I ever put in the dryer is cotton yarn, but you can do whatever you want with the thing where it says dry. It's 108 grams, 64 ounces, 228 yards, or 208 meters. So a good amount of yarn comes in this. I'd say it's enough for both a hat and a scarf set, or 2 hats. I do really like this yarn. I've used it to make hats like these. And this hat that I made is made with the blanket stitch, which I have a tutorial for on my channel. I do plan on making a tutorial for this maybe January of next year. So January, February, so like sometime next year. But yeah, this is the hat that I made with that. Yeah, so overall it is a really nice, good yarn. It does kind of split, but it doesn't split too much, I guess. Like, I haven't had too much trouble with the splitting, but if you have different yarn tensions, like if you have tight yarn tension, you might want to go up a hook size, because it might split a lot, or you might not have any trouble with splitting at all if you have a loose crochet tension. Loose crochet tension. Yeah, and it's not too scratchy either. Like, I say you could use it for a scarf, but it just depends on like how it feels to you. Personally, I would only use it for things like hats, maybe sweaters if you buy enough, because it is a little scratchy to me, but it might be different for you. And I don't think I mentioned this when I was doing the other one, but it is really simple to use. Like, I haven't had any trouble with having to take out knots when pulling this yarn out. It just loosely just comes out like this. And the color changes aren't like broken up too much. Like, you can kind of see it fading right there, but like it almost goes straight into the next color when it does go into the next color. It depends on what you're making on whether or not, if you want to color control this yarn on whether or not like it'll already be kind of separate rows of like different colors when you're doing it. It's just with the hat, it was different dimensions, so it did kind of break off here and somewhere up here at the top. It's like, it just depends on what you're making on whether or not it's going to do like that, because the scarf I made a while back with this yarn, I didn't have to kind of color control anything to make the lines straight and not have random colors breaking off. But with the hat, it didn't work out that way. So I think it just depends on the project you're making, how big it is too. And yeah, so that's pretty much it about this yarn. Yeah, I'd say it is kind of like a bulky 5, but like I think it's on the lighter weight of a 5. It's almost like a 4, but it does crochet up to be like a really warm hat or scarf or whatever you make with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to click the like button. If you have any questions or video recommendations, feel free to say so in the comment section down below. And if you are not already subscribed, feel free to click the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, and make sure you click the notification bell, that way you won't miss any of my future videos. Happy crocheting! Bye!